Monica, hi. Welcome to RAYA'S. It's been a while since we've been doing a podcast. I think it's a few months. I think it's our first podcast of 2022, or maybe not. I'm not sure.
I don't think so, but excited to be here.
We are actually in San Clemente. We actually done a podcast right here on this roof deck at RAYA'S San Clemente. What, about a year ago?
Yep.
So a year later, or close enough to say a year later, 12 months later, we are here again, and the building is officially complete.
Community.
Not officially licensed, but we are literally around the corner from getting it licensed, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. Nice view, huh? Feels like I feel like going fishing.
We definitely had since a year ago, we definitely had somewhat of a challenge trying to get it all complete. We had issues
starting from the front doors on the boat all the way to all the inspections and all we still have some issues.
We do, but for the most part, I think we're there. So we are super close. We've got our final inspections. We're scheduled for our official celebration next week.
Next week. We have the grand opening. We are expecting about 400 people.
Yep. So,
nice.
And we've hired staff.
Yep.
Started training.
Yep.
We've got all of our anticipated families waiting to move in, which we're eager to help and serve.
Yep.
So, I don't know, Moti, tell me about, I know you were more like really involved towards the end. I was working on the back end, fixing all the training and trying to get that all ready and interviewing staff, making sure that we hired the right staff. So what are some things that you can say, to our families or to our listeners as to the challenges that we had as we came to a close?
Well, definitely we had some significant issues with the chain supply.
Yeah.
Still do. We still have our shutters and all the windows, waiting on those. But one thing I can say that COVID brought upon us is we implemented a lot of things that otherwise wouldn't be. We wouldn't implement, like all of our air conditioning systems have special equipment now that clears the air and kills any viruses and bacteria. This came after. So when we were building this site, is COVID hit us, and then everything changed, and then we implemented some stuff after the fact.
Right.
And we implemented special filters, special ozone systems that when people live in our community, it'll clean all the air. It's like the latest technology, and a lot of other things that I can go on and on and on, but. In a way, it's good that it happened when it happened, because this community has the latest equipment and technology in terms of operations, safety for our residents and staff and visitors, and also for today we have COVID, tomorrow we may have something else. I don't know what's coming, but at least we are equipped. We were able to implement and install things that will keep our residents and anyone in this building and community safe. So maybe it happened. It has some benefits to it,
Yeah.
So we did take action and we did implement anything and everything we could.
Well, I can say that, super excited about the staff that we've even brought. We've had some challenges with that too. We've got a lot of people that are just not ready to go back to work yet for whatever reason. But thankfully, we have been able to grab a handful of associates, and we put them through an extensive amount of training. We're on week 3 now of training. So excited about that. And just excited to bring in our new families. So I think we have everything in the community ready, from everything that we need in the wellness centers, as you said or mentioned, all the technology that we can possibly need to be able to safely, take care of the residents, and then make our associates happy as well. Families will be happy. It turned out to be a beautiful, beautiful community. So I can attest to anybody walking through is going to be very surprised at what they see. So super excited.
Pleasantly surprised, as the building is coming together and we have all these helicopters in the background. It just shows you that we are on the coastline here, and it's so pretty. But as the building is coming together, and I'm here a lot. I'm spending much more time here, finishing it up and making sure everything is to the right standards. But even though I'm here almost every day, every day that I come here in the morning, every day the building looks better and better and better. Actually, it's much better than I actually would think it would be. I always had a vision to make it beautiful on the inside and outside, but actually now that it's actually coming together physically together, right? It's every time I walk in the lobby and all the landscaping and all the pots that we got in here and all the colors and all the unique design. It's just it just makes you happy being here,
Right.
But the most important thing, and that's the thing that I wanted to accomplish from the very beginning, even before we broke ground, is I never wanted this building. If you never had a sign out front, I never wanted this building or community to look, feel, smell anything like an assisted living. I wanted this to feel and look like an upscale hotel or upscale luxury condominium where you have all the amenities, because a lot of residents who come here are used to that level of care, and we are very boutique in terms of what we provide and how it's built and how it's designed and the services that encompass that. And I think we accomplished that, and I'm very, very proud, and I'm actually very excited to see what kind of feedback we're gonna get during our grand opening when we host it, and to see what people will tell us.
I will say that a lot of families that have come through are super excited, and yes, it did turn out to be an amazing community. Thank you for all the detail. I know we went back and forth, and then COVID threw us over the edge of the timeline that we anticipated it to be open. But I think at this point moving forward is the amazing team that we've hired, the leadership team that we've hired, everybody, taking a full challenge on and just anticipating the residents and families that we're going to be able to help, and just basically all the care that we're going to provide to the families. So yes, you made it look like a high-end hotel resort, and now it's our job to show our families what we can do for them. So thank you for doing that. I kind of want to ask you, what's in the vision for RAYA'S in the next year?
So there's a lot of stuff happening. So this building is the community building. When I say building, I refer to this community. It's going to be in operation in the next 30 days. And I'm already starting to line up the building in LA, which is going to be actually, believe it or not, it's hard to believe, but it will be larger in terms of square footage and bed-wise. It'll be even more upscale and luxury in terms of the interior detail and design and everything. We learned a lot on this building, and I'm using the same design firm and construction firm to build the LA project, and we know exactly what we're going to do. So I'm very confident that it's going to be a very, very unique building, and in a lot of aspects in terms of how it's built, design-wise, and the layout. I'm not going to go into detail. That's going to be a whole different topic, but that's in for near future. But moving, if we look in the next 3 to 5 years, RAYA'S is looking forward to acquire hopefully a few buildings, maybe in the San Diego County and maybe around Glendale area, and hopefully we will be able to operate buildings, meaning management. So there's a lot of things that we will be doing differently, but also we will be doing things better than what we have been. And I think one of the big changes that we're implementing starting after San Clemente is up and running is to recruit and create a department directly responsible for
training,
staff training, implementing training, making sure every team associate is properly trained and being on board, brought on board properly and everything. So trying to think outside the box is definitely a very important and crucial thing to make, because it's all about training, right? You want to you want to set your team to succeed, not to fail.
Right.
So there's a lot of little things that I'm gonna defer this to our next podcast to make it better and different.
And I know we've talked a lot about. I know this community is, sets a little different standard for us, and somewhat in the industry, as to the level of care. But it also is, perhaps we can say it's a price tag that maybe some families can't afford. I know we've talked about going into a market that we would be able to serve the community as well, at not the price tag that this one would be. So looking forward to that.
Yeah,
being able to
we will
do that
be doing
as well.
mid-range, this building is definitely high-end. We will be doing mid-end as well, mid-range. But whatever we do, I can assure all our families and all the professionals that work with us that the number one priority for us is the quality of care.
Absolutely.
So that's something that, as long as we're in management and we operate this, that quality of care will always remain our top priority.
Yeah, well, I think we both realized, even as we were getting ready to embark on opening this community, hiring the team and making sure that all the training was done from the beginning all through the end, so everybody knows and understands what is licensing looking for when they come through, what does the family want, and what are their expectations, and what are our expectations as a community. It was important and is important moving forward. So looking forward to opening this in the next 30 days, looking forward to the celebration next week to celebrate the 8 years in the making of this project. It was definitely a pleasure working side by side with you as we put this together.
8 years, huh? Wow, it's amazing. Like, when I think about 8 years, it's literally it's a long time.
It is a long time.
Even though it doesn't feel like it, but it is almost 8 years, But when you and I started to look or scout for a piece of property to do this is going back more than 9 years ago.
That is correct.
So, I mean, I was at that time I wasn't legal. I couldn't even drink.
Well, like I said, super excited about next week, and excited to open our doors officially within the next 30 days, and looking forward to what RAYA'S has coming up.
We will definitely, my goal is to set new standards in this industry, because a lot of operators out there, which a lot of them are doing a great job, but a lot of them are pretty much, if you would ask me, they're cookie cutters, and that's not what I want. I want to completely look outside the box, and whatever is licensing asks us, that's the bare minimum. We should look at things as, okay, that's what we need, but we should exceed it by many other factors and make it much better for the residents. Yeah,
it's definitely your goal. It's our goal. It's a community's goal. It's a team's goal. It's an executive goal. So it's for the executive team. It's all of our efforts to make this a successful operation. So.
Yep. Well, I'm very excited. It's a reality. It's a dream come true for me and for you and for a lot of people.
Yes.
People who have been involved directly or indirectly. And one thing I do want to say is anyone and everyone is invited, and whether you have somebody who needs this care or doesn't, if somebody wants to come and visit or tour, it's a phone call away. Call us. We'll be more than happy to share the entire building, the operation, show you, explain to you, fill you in as to what we do, how we do it differently than other operators. And we're actually here we're here to help. That's what we're here for. So if you're in the area, feel free to stop by, call us, and even if you don't have an appointment, we will make sure to be able to assist you.
Well, thank you, and to our next podcast.
Thank you.